Hello and welcome once again to the Lifestream Lockdown and Dunreen session campaign. I am your DM Hesper, and tonight we're joined by Aster
Hi, I'm Aster, and I'm playing Ryan, the noble ninja in Shadow Menace, who is also playing as Albrecht Mutual.
and Lani,
I play Roux.
and finally Feugy.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. How's it going?
Okay.
Oh man, it's
Uh,
so weird only having three of us. Well, plus
yeah,
Esper.
yeah. Well, anywho, so between this session and the previous session where we had you guys pretty much all together, we had a little bit of a side session that should be going up on the YouTube site um, before this. So, anywho, so we'll go ahead and pick up on last time uh, as the group made their way from the Frost Maiden over to the mansion of I believe you guys went to Peacewood, if I remember right. I don't know why I don't have my damn notes open. I'm an idiot. Here we go. Yeah, the Peacewood Manor. You guys eventually ended up going inside, uh, meeting with a couple of the, I guess, housekeepers and such. The only one you getting their name of was Grell, basically the butler, and eventually making your way in to the bedchambers of Lord and Lady Peacewood, as Lady Peacewood was still comatose, I guess you could say, in the bed with her husband sitting nearby. You guys ended up asking a few questions that really didn't seem like it got you as the information that you were looking for. Didn't find out, who could have given her the cursed jewelry. Didn't really find out too terribly much. Probably the most interesting thing that you guys learned was um, that the I guess technically now Lord Peacewood is actually one of the head people running the Hollowed Stream company. Other than that, not too much interesting. You guys, through Ryan's insight, found out that Grell was disappointed with himself that harm came to Lady Peacewood. But other than that, nothing too terribly much else happened out in the Peacewood Manor as you guys started heading back, and then came up with the idea of maybe you know going to Archmage Grand Croix and asking him a few questions. After returning back and asking Grell for directions, you guys opted against it because who knows if he would even be there or not. After which, you guys headed back to the Frost Maiden, made your way back upstairs, uh, while Remy tried to get some cheese for Squeakers. The rest of you saw that Rata was about ready to investigate your room as other members of the other people in the establishment were getting worried about hearing scratching and scuttering and other weird noises coming from your room. Convincing her by using the thaumaturgy cantrip that the threat is spreading to other rooms. I don't know who that was.
Khaleesi is here.
Oh, Khaleesi is here. Okay,
Or
hi
the
Khaleesi. Hello.
sloth has entered the game.
Or the sloth might not might regain consciousness after a comatose state for like 10 episodes or something like that. Anywho, where was I? Right. Convincing Rata that maybe she should go get the guards, as this problem seems to be growing more and more out of hand. You guys enter your room, you find out that Schnurby had been getting up into mischief and was locating all the shiny objects that you guys hid, and creating her own horde pile. Um, After which, Roux decides the best course of action is to jump and grab her and pull her off of the bookcase or over the mantle that she was climbing on. As
Doing some
you do,
sweet wrestling moves.
as you do so, as she does so, Snarby losing her grip and smashing her face a few times on the way down. Um, yeah, really hurt her, knocked out a couple of teeth, and Rue decided, well, I'm going to set up a crime scene. Doing so, mentally scarring a child. Eventually, the guards show up with Rata. Um, Meanwhile, uh, Raine. It took me a while to remember the last one of you guys' character
Mm-hmm.
names. Um, Decided that maybe it might be a good idea to take Snurby out in the backpack with her instead of being there in the room that's about ready to get investigated by the guards. Put on an act that she was in distraught. The guards, feeling that she was distraught, probably could use, and not knowing what's going on, probably could use some company, and asked the owner, Rata, to tag along with her. After which case, you guys managed to convince the guards of um, Rue going into a blind rage and punching kobolds and throwing them out windows or something like that. As you guys, and as well as Remy finally getting a hold of his cheese for squeakers, um, you guys decided, well, it's been quite a night after some repairing to repairing the room with magic and other means, and decided that probably go ahead and call it a night. Nothing odd seems to happen during the middle of the night as you guys awaken and decide that once again, kind of late morning, make your way over to the keep. During which time, Raine sets up her disguise and manages to get out of the carriage at a spot where there doesn't seem to be any guards. And the rest of you made your way over to in front of the keep, where we'll pick up this time.
I do have a personal announcement for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I have new comfy slippers.
Nice.
Nah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the announcement too. As you guys noticed, I made the tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I did use Hero Forge for that, so shout outs to Hero Forge.
They
Um,
both look like I wanted to say like Warhammer minis, but also they look like characters from Robot Chicken. Lil
yeah, I
from
guess.
column A, Lil from column B.
Yeah, I mean, it made it a lot easier making some tokens and stuff. So shout out to Hero Forge. Not sponsored. Probably would never be sponsored, but anywho. Uh,
Hero Forge, if you're listening, call me.
Wait, why would they call you? I'm the DM.
I'm the one running
Anywho.
the.
That's true. You're probably easier to get a hold of. Anywho. Now that we got that out of the way, and you guys are currently inside your carriage.
Oh yeah, so having listened in on I guess episode 22A, um I probably shouldn't be the one making all the plans because I do have a little bit of metagaming I can't separate from. But my intentions have remained the same for this session in that
Okay.
I want to visit Grand Croix or like kind of try to level up our relationship with him. And I
Okay.
think it would just be interesting TV if we did that anyway. Uh
Okay. So building your social links with Grand Croix.
Yeah. Grand
Okay.
Croix will now die for you. Whoa. Actually, that might be a little bit too close to the truth. We'll see.
Okay. So, like I said, you guys are currently. I would say you guys haven't gone through the gate yet to go to the keep. You guys are in front of that that gate. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go into the keep, or you want to bombard Grand Claw's tower? What are you guys thinking?
Well, what time of day is it right now?
And for you guys, it's probably between I think it was like between 9 or 10 when I told the other two. So I think it's probably about 9 or 10, somewhere around in there. You guys ate your breakfast and stuff, and then got in the carriage and went real slow, like while uh,
I know
Raine said her.
Cados is like putting on a disguise and becoming a different person and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I wasn't really expecting to have to make this decision, but actually going to Grand Croix's tower seems kind of like the better choice, and here's why. I feel like if we go to the keep, we'll end up getting wrapped up in the keep business. Like if he's not there, rather the tower should be pretty quick to like check and see if he's there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hesper, would we have an idea, just knowing, how things run, where he would be at?
Currently, I would say probably not. You guys aren't familiar enough with Grand Claw to kind of know his kind of quote unquote routines.
Yeah, the issue with Grand Croix is that like he hasn't necessarily like always been around like the others have.
Yeah. If we're talking like social links or whatever, you're probably at best level 1 with Grand Claw, while the others you're like maybe 3 or something like that.
All right, well, let's go knock on his front door.
Okay. So Remy deciding, yeah, well, Ryan kind of opening up the curtain, going, actually, I think we should head over that way. And as you guys turn the cart around and start your carriage around and make your way over to the Tower of Grand Croix. Before you, it's looming. It's probably about, from just a rough guesstimate, probably 10, 12 stories tall. Pretty thin though. You, like I said, are currently outside this very tall looming tower.
All right.
The
I assume we all pile out.
Okay. The stonework and such is very similar to the rest of Dunreen. It doesn't look out of place, other than its sheer height.
Oh yeah, we have a half-dwarf in the party. We gotta check out that stone. You got a like stone history or anything like that, Remy?
I went to examine the stonework.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, so stone cutting, so that'd be an advantage on your history check.
What does this tower tell us about Grand Croix?
Yeah.
Not much.
A lot.
Wow.
A 9.
Look, I'm
You
just
can tell.
happy we got this roll out of the way. It's
That's
completely
a nice
unimportant.
rock.
Yeah.
Good looking rock right there.
Looking at the stonework and such, you can tell this is a really old tower. Like it looks like it's been here for a long time. Possibly gotten repaired a couple of times over the years, but it looks like it's probably one of the older buildings.
I would
Other than
assume
that,
that like the city was built around the keep. Like the keep was here first and then the rest of the city kind of happened around it.
generally that's how they work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though the keep could have been a lot smaller, and then it expanded out, and people got pushed a little bit further out, so the keep could have some more space or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
generally, generally, like, same thing with Feldnatz, except
Mhm.
Feldnatz. No, Feldnatz would probably be a keep city too. It wouldn't be a castle city. Um, it's very much the same thing, as the keep needs to expand, they'll expand the land outwards. Generally, you can tell about how old the city is by the layers of walls. Obviously, the more layers of walls you have, the older the city is.
You cut open the tower and count how many rings are inside.
uh, not really works that way, but whatever.
All right, Hesper, is there is there a gate in front of us or can we just walk
Um,
right up to the door?
no, the tower is not surrounded by anything. It's fairly well, I guess you could say, exposed. But as you're looking around at it, you're like, "Where's the door?"
Oh. Hey, you know what? I would like Remy to look for a stone out of place.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. I was just going to start knocking on the tower.
Okay. I would say, depending on how you want to do this, I could say you either do an investigation check for me, Remy, or I would go ahead and let you use the mason's tools. Um, if you want to use your
just
tools.
just start like fucking chiseling into it.
I know, like, I have a much better roll of the Mason's tool, but I don't know how this guy's going to react to that. Just clink, 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 clink. You know what? I'm using the tools.
I'll try to cover for you a little bit. I'll try to get in the way of any passersby.
Uh, what attribute do I use?
Intelligence, please.
It's my good one.
Jesus. Hey, that's actually all right.
22. Okay, so going around, feeling around, using your tools, kind of, tinking around with your hammer, occasionally here and there on the stonework. Eventually, you start noticing an odd patch of the stonework that looks like it's an arch that's filled in by more stone.
I fucking called it.
Fancy.
Well, I let everyone know, and
Okay.
then I'm knocking in this arch. Knock,
Oh
knock,
my
knock.
goodness. Oh,
Okay,
okay. Thought
so
you like knocking it down.
Yeah,
No, no.
knocking the stone out of the arch. Yeah, no.
okay, so you start knocking on the arch. Doop, 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 doop. Sounds pretty solid. You
Hmm.
haven't you don't know if anybody possibly even hears you.
Hello.
Takes a while. You just sit there, you knock, you're like, hello, continue knocking, hello. Eventually though, you do hear, like, eventually you do hear, like, it's very faint and very far away. Or, it sounds like it's very far away. Eventually you hear like a wooden door opening.
Mm.
Um, Looking around, you're like, what was that? And eventually looking down, you notice this very minuscule, has to be no more than like 4 inches tall, like Grand Croix esque looking creature.
Oh, Hesper, I need more adjectives.
What do you mean by that?
So there's a 4-inch tall creature who reminds us of Grand Claw.
Yeah,
Is it cute?
it looks exactly like Grand Croix. It's a very minuscule version of him.
Okay.
Is it moving?
I didn't know this was like a rat dressed up as Grand Claw.
No, 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 no. This is like it is humanoid. It
Okay.
is it's just like 4 inches tall though instead. And it kind of looks up at you guys. Doesn't say a word.
Hello, Arch Mage Grand Croix. It's me, Albrecht Mutual. We talked for a little bit the other day. I was hoping we could speak with you. Is now a bad time?
The little tiny miniature version of him points up above him, and as you follow that up, it's a little hard to make out at first. You really need to be looking for it, but you do notice an odd symbol in the middle of the door, like what you would consider the doorway.
Oh God! I touched the symbol.
Okay, as you do, the miniature you hear the door go and close behind as the miniature Grand Croix seems to walk back inside. As you
Please tell me
go
he
in,
did something to make that symbol appear, and it hasn't just fucking been there the whole time, Hesper. Please tell me that.
as far as you know, the symbol could have been there. The symbol could have not been there. Nobody knows.
I'm so angry.
As you go and you reach towards the symbol, all of a sudden, just from the symbol, just causes you guys to jump back a bit. It's quite startling. As this giant, like hologramic vestige of Grand Claw's head comes out and goes, you have reached the tower of Arch Mage Grand Croix. Currently, I am not here. I am out investigating and sleuthing uh, for the Shadow Menace. I do not know when I will return, so it might be better to go ask your questions elsewhere. And then the head sinks right back into the sigil.
So the 4-inch tall guy disappeared.
The 4-inch tall guy went back inside the door, and as you heard the door closing as you're reaching out, and you look back down there, and the door is no longer there. It's back to being stone.
Okay.
Well,
so wait, do we have access to basically his entire house?
I mean, there's his tower there, yeah.
Like, is there like a staircase leading up or anything?
You're assuming if there's a staircase, it's inside.
Oh, okay. I'm a little lost positionally, but I think I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys probably went up like a few steps to kind of like a stoop or something like that, but the staircases like actually go up. The floors are actually inside the tower. And looking around and such, now that you know kind of what you're looking for, it's very hard to make out, but occasionally you do make out more archways further up, but each one seems to be filled in with stone. So it's quite possible that he opens those up when he needs them to be windows, but then way to go, magic security, basically.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm gonna try to break in on this day. So the answering machine didn't give us any indication of where exactly he would be.
No, and most likely, the answering machine, like I said, from the recorded message, just very vague if he's ever going to be like readily available.
Yeah.
Due to the ongoing investigation of the Shadow Menace.
All right, so that's why we came here first. I guess we turn tail and head to the keep, unless we think he's going to be like a specific place in town or something.
That's up to you guys.
Oh, I kind of want to prank this guy and leave a shuriken here. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
That's
I was gonna say like magical cameras that are watching us right now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Roll me a perception check, Lani.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
As you're looking around and stuff, like, man, I bet you this guy's like so paranoid. He has like cameras around and all that sorts of stuff. You look around and you notice kind of perched up on top of a house. You're like, what is that? And as you try to get a closer look at it, you kind of realize it looks like an owl, but it looks kind of mechanical as it sits there, kind of surveying around the area of the tower, like one of the houses across the way.
The owls are not as they seem.
Watching.
It seems kind of weird. Its head just kind of goes. Just kind of keeps turning every so often.
Interesting. Can I recall, have I ever noticed these around town before?
Roll me a history check. Actually, yeah, roll me a history check. Okay, not that you remember, and currently looking around and stuff, you're like, this is the only one I've seen. Did you kind of go down some of the other alleys and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
All right.
weird.
Cool, just checking. Alright, so we going to the keep?
I do just want to say that this stone owl could still be a druid.
I mean, it could be.
It's not stone. It looks more
mechanical.
metallic. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say this could be a druid wild shaping and melding with stone. Okay. So we're heading to the keep?
Yeah.
Back to the keep.
Anytime I see anything vaguely animal shaped in D&D, I'm just like, that's a druid.
That's a druid. That stuffed donkey outside the Drunken Donkey Tavern, that's a druid.
Yeah.
That's a dead druid.
Right. Squeakers, he's actually a druid.
I'm waiting for it. I mean, we've seen him do some creepy shit recently, so.
All right. Anywho, so gonna go ahead and head back towards the keep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys pile back on into the carriage and start making your way back over to the gates of the keep, making your way past the walls and to the actual keep itself. Outside, once again, kind of flanking both sides of the keep. The doors that lead in are a couple of guards.
I'm guessing the guard stops us.
Like I said, they're up there towards like the doors to the keep. So they're probably kind of just there. I mean, they probably know that you have business. They're more there like if somebody who doesn't have business, or the Shadow Menace attacks, or who knows. Pardon me.
That would be really awkward if the Shadow Menace entered the keep.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if it matters or not, but I'm assuming for this session, Lani is taking the lookout point instead of Raine or Cados, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, on the outside of the carriage? Yeah, basically, because Cados isn't there with you guys. So, and
Yeah.
Cados was inside the carriage when you guys went the first time. So, generally, it's better to have two rather than just one.
Mm-hmm.
So we continue on up towards the keep.
All right. Come on out of the carriage. I'm guessing somebody getting the door for Aster to make it seem more.
Let me get that for you.
Noble-esque as you open the door, and Aster parades right on out of the carriage, and you guys make your way up towards the doors of the keep. The two guards flanking the doors turn and grab the doors and open them forthwith for you guys. As you make your way inside the keep, once again greeted by a couple of guards. One of them goes, yes, Lord Mutual, are you here for more business, or have you completed the requested paperwork so you can proceed with your endeavors. What are you looking to do today?
Um, thinking. I was wondering if the good Archmage is in today.
The Archmage is not currently in the council room, if that's what you're wondering.
Do you know where we could find him?
Is that all you're gonna say to him, or is it just?
I guess I should attempt to be more persuasive. I gotta think of what to ask.
I mean, there are two others of you.
No, if the Lord is speaking, I ain't gonna interrupt.
Oh no.
Well, that and you probably earned quite a bit of a reputation around here, Remy. So, what about you, Lani?
Hey, I squirted water on somebody and they died, and I'm just scot free.
Lucky you have me to raise people from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have anything I want to ask.
Okay.
We just have more. We have business to discuss.
Okay.
Well, I was hoping to talk to the Archmage, but yeah, I'd be happy to enter the council and see what's going on if I'm allowed to.
Okay. So, they nod to you, asking to be taken to the council then, and escort you to the council room. Um, Unfortunately, this time there's only 6 of them because Lady Peacewood, as you were informed, is still kind of.
Mm-hmm.
As you learned last session, which I forgot to bring up in the thing, the messenger came and let you know
Mm-hmm.
that she was still, but she still kind of in her state, kind of comatose state, but she was making mumblings.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, nothing much. But everybody else except for Archmage Grand Croix seems to be currently there for, as they seem to be discussing matters currently as you enter the room. One of the guards announcing that Lord Mutual is here once again, assuming on some sort of business um, to see the council.
So do I have an opportunity to speak, or are they still?
Yeah,
Okay.
they kind of, as soon as the door started opening, the tones kind of hushed down a bit. So,
Okay.
yeah, not quite sure what they were talking about previously before you entered, but
Sure.
as the guard made the announcement, they were kind of quiet at that point. Eyes are on you.
Yeah. Okay. So hello, everyone. It is I, Lord Mutual. Um, I was hoping one of you could tell me where Archmage Grand Croix is, because uh, well, I know there was some stuff that happened recently with Peacewood and Lady Peacewood, and I don't know. I think he's in the best position to help out with her, and I think we have some information that could help him help her.
Okay. I would say probably with your previous actions and such, they probably have a better what's the word I'm trying to. You're basically probably held in a higher position than you were
I have
previously.
good rapport.
Yeah. So if you'll go ahead and roll me a persuasion check then.
Okay. Gotta pull me character sheet up because I forgot.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. That's a 12.
12? Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say Grand Judge is the one who speaks up. So, Bunzik, Ragni. He goes, well, I would assume if Arch Mage Grand Croix is here currently in the keep somewhere, I would assume he might be questioning certain people. Outside of that, if he's not here in the keep, he might be actually out and about. Um, I haven't heard word of what his plans were today. Um, but those are just my educated guesses. Either somewhere here in the keep or scouring the city itself.
Does he have a typical place he likes to haunt around town?
Um, well, I would say probably wherever his magic leads him, but other than that, I don't know around town.
Does he have, I don't know, a favorite cafe or?
If you're asking for some place that he would go for respite and such, he'd probably go to his tower if he was there, needed rest.
So no one would have any idea where he'd be, basically.
Well, like I said, if he's here in the keep, he could be questioning people, but that's about all I would fathom at this point. Generally,
We were already told by the guards at the entrance that. Sorry to interrupt you, by the way. But we were already told by the guards at the entrance that he wasn't here, and
well,
I figured they'd seen most of the people who come in and out of this place.
Well, they said that he wasn't in the council room.
Oh, they did say that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Just
tricky.
giving you a little bit of a correction there.
Okay, could we possibly go to his office?
Oh, well, I mean, he doesn't have an office per se, but if he is questioning people, I'm sure he's down in the dungeons.
Oh.
Oh, something I don't want to say. Can you take us to the dungeon?
Preferably not the usual way.
You see Winterpelt like kind of look excited there for a little bit, and you say that, and he's like, "Oh," he snaps his finger. I always wanted to say, "Guards, take them to the dungeons."
I mean, you still can. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, okay. Guards, take them to the dungeon, but not as prisoners. And a couple of guards kind of look at each other, and one of them goes, "Okay, well, follow me."
They just shrug and lead us.
Yeah, they just kind of shrug at Winterpelt, just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe he's on some kind of power trip. I don't know. The others are, kind of embarrassed. With Winterpelt probably being one of the younger ones and stuff like that. As you guys are led around in the keep to eventually a different set of stairwells and start being taken down as you guys start to descend down the stairs. As you do, it kind of gets a little bit more damp and cooler as you progress down. Eventually, you come to uh, an iron barred gate. Uh, and on the other side, you guys can see the flickering light of torches and candles. Looking around here, you assume probably no natural light gets down here.
Oh, now I know this is a trick. We're gonna open this gate, and You're going to lock the other side once we're in, aren't you? I'm on to you, guard.
The guard looks very confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
I see. Okay, well, let's keep going.
Okay, as you make your way down, one of the guards pulls a set of keys off his waist and unlocks the door. As you hear go and open up as the guards step in. Stepping in, you notice that this seems to be kind of like that gate. I guess you could basically say is kind of the if somebody escapes this way is kind of the last bulwark. As you notice, another guard, another a couple of guards in here, one standing kind of near another set of iron bars on the an iron barred gate. Um, Looking further down there, the torchlight is a lot dimmer, and another guard currently sitting at a desk seems to be taking care of some paperwork. As the other two guards go, the ones who escorted you guys down here, go, well, we'll just be waiting up at the top of the stairs when you get done with your business.
All right. Appreciate you.
As they turn, close the door, not locking it. Actually, no, I'm going to say that they go ahead and lock it.
Oh, I fucking knew it. Those bastards.
Well, in case somebody gets out, they have to get through that gate.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
As they seem to make their ways back up the stairs. The other two guards, the one kind of leaning up against the wall next to the gate, kind of burly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his uniform is very, I guess you could say, roughened. Um, and looking at him, looking around his waist and stuff like that, instead of like carrying like weapons and stuff, he's carrying like torture implements. The other one behind the desk is a bit older. Gray of hair, fairly decent beard on him. Um, Probably has been here for a while and such. You know, kind of instead of doing more guardly duties, has been resigned to being a desk jockey. As he kind of looks up at you and goes, "Yes, what can I do for you today?" So he's kind of, half paying attention to you guys and going through the paperwork.
As far as dungeons go, how nice of a dungeon is this?
I'm guessing you've probably seen a couple of dungeons. Uh,
You think? Okay.
Hold on,
How
we've been
many
detained like
dungeons do you
30
think
times in
Remy?
Dunreen already.
How many dungeons has Remy been in? Like arrested in?
oh, I was gonna say arrested in. I don't. Well, I don't know how many he's been arrested in, but remember his background's town guard, so he would have
Mhm.
Oh,
seen
that's
dungeons
lame.
that way.
I, my own town guard takes me in every once in a while for something stupid.
I would argue with my background that I've seen a lot of other towns' dungeons.
Yeah, looking around.
Visiting other miscreants.
Yeah, looking around. It's not. It's not the nicest dungeon you've ever seen. Definitely not a dungeon that's like, oh, this is a dungeon that we put, lords in and stuff like that, because they've been naughty. This is like an actual dungeon. It probably wouldn't be pleasant to be here.
How dreadfully barbaric.
So, I was hoping Arch Mage Grand Croix would be here.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know, is he tied up at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
Tied up. Because we're in prison.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see myself out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Introductions. Hello. I am Lord Albrecht Muschel, from the town of Tippleslow. Um, I'm here on mercantile business, and I just had some questions for the Archmage, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm. And he seems to be filling out paperwork currently.
Where might he be?
Mm-hmm.
Is he like looking at us, or is he like
He's looking down and
engrossed
at the
in
paperwork.
Okay.
He's like
I have
probably
a
barely
bad
half paying
feeling
attention.
about this.
It's always the paperwork.
Yeah.
So after a while, you guys are kind of sitting as awkwardly standing there and stuff like that and stuff. He's like, "Okay, so Lord Mutual, let's see here. I'm guessing you're in here for fraud or something like that." Just go ahead and write down fraud, and that's usually what it is.
um, excuse me, sir. I'm not a prisoner. I'm
Oh,
not.
well, why didn't you say anything?
I I'm not turning myself in today. I'm just here to see the Archmage. Is that okay?
Oh, well, usually, people who are brought down here who have to see the Archmage and stuff like that, generally, we lock them up. So, I thought, I thought you were in trouble.
I mean, he usually is, but that's besides the point.
Well, I guess I filled this out for nothing. And just kind of, there's kind of like a small, like little fire, I guess, to keep them warm and whatever. He just
Mm-hmm.
crumples up a piece of paper and throws it in the fire. All right, so yes. Anyways, as you said, the Archmage is currently tied up. I guess, as you could say, preoccupied.
With pain or pleasure?
I guess maybe both. I don't know. I mean, we're usually not in there when he's interrogating.
Oh, so he's interrogating someone.
Today as he's kind of kind of thumbing through the papers and stuff like that. More than someone.
So, so if we wait here, we'll eventually see him when he's done.
Possibly. It depends on how long these interrogations take him. Like I said, it seems to be a decent stack of paper that he's like looking through as
Well,
he kind of tacks them together and slips them into like a small drawer on the left side of his desk.
do you think the Archmage would be accepting of help? I don't know. I could blow off some steam.
Uh, Arch, go ahead and I guess roll me. Trying to decide if this is technically a persuasion check or a deception check. I would say you're technically trying to persuade him to get in, so I
Yeah.
would say it's a persuasion check.
And I would just like to say, very nice dungeon.
10. I'm not quite sure if it'd be good to have outside help or not.
Yeah, I didn't
Might
think
get
so, but worth
might
asking.
get might get in a bit of trouble with that one. I mean, you're more than welcome to wait for him if you would like.
I think I think we'll do that. Is that okay with you two?
I mean, the older one's like, well, I mean, I didn't have any other plans today. The younger one that looks more like a, I guess your torturer or whatever you want to call him, the tormentor, whatever. Anyways, just kind of like gruffly gives you kind of a huff and just kind of continues to just kind of lean up against that section of wall next to the gate. Not really saying much anything.
So, what do you guys do for fun when you're off the clock?
Well, I mean, watching the dungeons and such is a pretty close to full-time gig.
Ah, yeah, I guess
You know,
the plague
and
must have taken some of your coworkers, huh?
well, kind of like looking around, and you're
No one
assuming
to fill out the
probably that.
schedule.
Yeah, you're assuming probably that looking around, you do see an offshoot room that kind of leads into like kind of doors half cracked, looking through and stuff. It kind of leads into something akin to like I guess like a barracks kind of like bedchamber and stuff.
Oh, so
So
they fucking live, sleep, eat here.
basically here, yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
It's like a firefighter. You don't leave your job, you live there.
Fair.
So, what's the craziest thing you've seen in this dungeon of yours?
Roll me a persuasion check. Yugi, roll me a persuasion check.
I hit the. Yeah, there it goes.
Oh, I'll take the top one. 14. Well, probably shouldn't be saying this, but I'd say probably the craziest thing that we've probably ever seen is, yeah. Give me one quick second here. I need that, which is all the way over here. Thanks for being on the wrong side, you stupid thing. I'd say probably the craziest thing we've probably seen is old man Dat Held. Crazy old man. We used to have him down here for years until he finally passed away. Yeah, blind. Had no hand. Somehow managed to, I guess, with his feet, pick the locks on his manacles, and one day was just kind of roaming around out in the halls.
What was he in for?
Let's see here. Oh God. He
What
goes
what can a
through.
blind man with no hands even like get in trouble with to end up in here?
He's going through the paperwork and stuff like that. Let's see here.
He kicked
You know,
somebody?
he had to go through here and stuff like going through and stuff, and probably been a while since this guy's been around. It's like, let's see here. Yeah, well, according to this, before he was put in here, I guess he used to have hands. I've only known him without hands. Um, and I guess those were cut off due as part of his punishment, and being blinded. Whew, doozy. Basically the whole 9 yards. Murdering, robbing, larcen, just about anything you think of. No, eating babies.
Oh,
Oh,
that's nasty.
one of these things isn't like the others.
Been a long list. So, yeah. Anywho, crazy old man that one was.
I'm glad to hear justice was served. Anyway, we're clearly just passing time, Hesper, so.
Okay. So, yeah, if you guys are down here in the dungeon, an hour passes. We're just making idle chit chat and looking around and stuff like that. Another hour passes. Another hour passes.
Oh
Remy's stomach starts going.
Squeakers is starting to look pretty tasty.
I mean, like I said, just butt in when you guys want to butt in with something.
Hey, could you check if he's down there?
I mean, there's only one. I mean, as far as we know, there's only one way out, and he hasn't been out yet.
And you saw him go in, right?
Unless I'm starting to hallucinate down here.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Do you guys have food service? Can we just call somebody and get some food, or?
Oh, right. I guess it's about that time. Sorry, I was doing the paperwork and stuff. Um, well, I mean, we got food already down here. I mean, I guess might have enough. As during this and stuff, the other guy went in the back and stuff like that, and towards like the chambers and stuff. Just kind of comes out with like these a little bit better quality than gruel. It's like military rations basically, and like sets a bowl down on his desk. He has a bowl. When he's like, well, I mean, if we have enough, we can offer you some of this. Otherwise, you'll probably gonna have to make your way all the way back upstairs and stuff. And who knows, maybe Arch Mage Grand Croix will leave at that point. Then you'll come back down here and you'll be like, "Well, we're back from eating and stuff," and I'll be like, "Well, darn, you just missed them."
Sounds about right. Hey, you seem like you know your way around some paperwork. You got any tips? I got a bunch I have to fill out.
I mean, I'm still filling out paperwork. Apparently, that was supposed to be due last week. If
Is
you
that
have any
from
tips, that'd be great.
Gaskabrook?
I mean, who else gives paperwork around here?
Just wondering. Anyway, my tip is to become an illusionist and just make an illusion that's a stack of filled out paperwork.
I've heard about this illusion magic and stuff, but doesn't that but normally that's not tangible, so
See,
wouldn't he know as soon as you tried handing it off to him?
that's when you become so good at speaking and performance and stuff that you never even have to hand it over.
I'm pretty sure he'd have to take a look at it at some point. It's supposed to be his job.
Huh. So what manner of paperwork is he having you do? Let's commiserate together because well, I have some.
Well, I mean, it's just the usual stuff down here, who's locked away, why are they locked away, how long are they locked away for, oh, and then backlog of, have they been good, do they get early release, or has bail been paid, and so on and so forth, all that fun stuff.
How many people could you possibly still be locking away, like given the plague that's happening? Like I assume you have to be
Uh,
less busy now than you have been.
oh, let's see here. How many? He's counting. He seems to be counting. Uh, oh, I want to say they brought in probably about 8 or so in the last day or so.
Is this about that oh geez, that That shadowy guy I keep hearing about?
Oh, the Shadow Menace? Yeah.
What's up with him?
Well, they say he's the whole cause of this thing. So, the sooner we find him and, find out what evil he's done and get him to uncurse our land and stuff like that, the sooner we'll get back to being normal.
Interesting. Do you guys think that a person brought this plague?
Well, more than likely, I don't see any other reason why we'd be going after the Shadow Menace if he wasn't, behind this.
I mean, sometimes people just like eat a bat and they get some weird disease that like everyone all over the world gets.
Eat a bat. I mean, I don't know if there are people around here who eat weird things, but as far as I know, has to be that Shadow Menace guy.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not from here, so I guess I don't know everything you guys know. Uh it's a shame you don't have him in your dungeon yet.
Oh well, I with Grand Croix, it's just a matter of time. Like I said, we brought in like 8 or so people recently.
What would you do to him if you catch him?
Well, if we got him alive, apparently, according to what I understand and stuff, possibility that he could just be, killed on sight, and hoping that breaks it. If not, if he's dead or whatever, probably, use some kind of communicate with the dead people things that them wizards like to cast and stuff. And
Oh yeah, I can do that. That's pretty cool.
the guard kind of looks at you and is just very kind of goes from like friendly to more suspicious from that
Oh, she's
statement.
uh this is my retainer, Emma. She's a cleric and also a barbarian, apparently.
I raised Lady Peacewood from the dead. You're welcome. It was no trouble though, really.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes a bit more sense why you talk to dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was your diamond, taxpayer dollars and stuff.
Well, anywho, suspicion seems to subside a bit. Well, it's not completely out of his mind. It's just like that's a weird thing to say. But anyways, so yeah, either that or if they manage to capture him alive, probably some kind of torment to find out how to break the curse that he's done and stuff, and break the
Oh, I have
curse,
an idea of how to torment him.
and then probably some kind of public execution afterwards.
Oh no, I know something that would really get him. You ready for this?
He seems to be listening.
A foot-high stack of paperwork.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm sweating just thinking about it.
Okay, well, thinking the usual thing, pull teeth, nails, whip him a few times or whatever. But we can keep that in mind,
Yeah,
for
I mean,
future.
if you're calling this guy the Shadow Menace, he probably is into that.
I don't know,
You
possibly.
gotta
Anyways,
you gotta know your enemy. Really hit him where it hurts. You know.
well, anywho, right? Did you want any of that food or not?
Oh yes, please.
I
Okay,
think I vomited in my mouth a little bit.
okay. Uh,
I pull a ration out of my pocket and start eating it.
okay.
I assume like a granola bar is better than gruel.
Well, a ration is like hardtack and dried jerky and that kind of stuff.
That sounds more appealing to me, actually, Hesper.
Okay. like nuts and stuff.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Okay. After they get done eating, and well, I was gonna say, I guess Remy and Roux, are you doing the same thing? Are you just pulling out a ration, or are you guys eating the slightly better than gruel
No,
food?
I'll eat their food.
I'll eat their food too. I'm feeling adventurous.
Remember,
Okay.
I'm a lord from another town. I have an image to uphold.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
I can't eat
Yeah.
gruel in a dungeon.
Okay. So, you know, hands you over these bowls. It's warm.
Nice.
Roll me a Constitution save, you two.
Yeah, I
Can I
knew this was
add some
coming.
like dried fruit to mine? The Constitution.
Oh man.
Oh, I knew a Constitution was coming, but I was like, I got a +9. I'll be good.
Remy, for some odd reason, just does not agree with you. You kind of vomit. Roux, it's unpleasant, but you're able to keep it down at least.
Tasty.
After I guess the two main guard guys get done eating. Eventually you see the tormentor guy or whatever. He goes in the back, and he eventually comes out with other, I guess, bowls. And as he comes by, it smells pretty bad. You're assuming this is probably what they feed the prisoners.
Mm.
As he walks by and unlocks the door and starts uh, closes the door behind him and locks the door and starts walking down the darkened hallway with these. Oh, I would say he probably has in total probably about 13 bowls.
That's talent.
Well, big tray.
Yeah.
And he's pretty burly, so probably easy for him to carry. Actually, thinking about it and looking at it and stuff, then the tray is probably like just a shield that wasn't being used that he just turned around and put all the stuff on, and he's just holding it by that
Okay.
metal bit.
Well, I think we're still just waiting for something to happen.
Okay, you're not gonna be like, "Hey, could you see if you could speed this up or anything like that?"
Yeah, I will say exactly that, Hesper.
Okay. The one behind the desk is like, well, all right. I mean, I guess I can see what I can do, and um, gets up and unlocks the gate, walks back behind the gate, locks the gate, and starts making his way down the hall. Uh, Probably to go find out wherever Grand Croix is. Currently, you three are in this room by yourselves.
Okay, table talk. If we meet Grand Croix tonight, uh, should I reveal myself as the Shadow Menace?
Nope.
I've been thinking about this.
What do we gain from that?
I don't know. I guess it depends on where the conversation goes. I don't think I lead with that.
Can we come up with a lie to suggest we have information and see how he reacts?
About the Shadow Menace? I guess it depends. What's the lie?
I'm trying to think of something.
Yeah. Like, the Shadow Menace is just me, so I don't think it's up to me or my character to really come up with that so much. I have some information. It's me.
Well, also, while we're in the room alone, Aster, if you want to look at that paperwork, see what he's actually writing down.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, so you're gonna go investigate the desk?
Yeah.
Just you?
Can
I keep my ear at the door?
Okay.
Yeah, they can help me by like watching out and stuff.
Yeah, well, I can help too, because even though I might not know what's wrong, or I would know if it's supposed to look right. Because I'm sure I've seen these type of paperwork before, dungeon paperwork.
Possibly.
Yeah, okay, I take a look at the guy's paperwork.
Okay, so you and Remy are looking at it,
Yeah.
and Roux is listening towards the door, hearing if anybody is coming back.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check, either at advantage for one of you, or each one of you roll one.
I have a -1 investigation, so do we just want to each roll one?
Oh, I have a better investigation than you. I have 0.
Let's each roll one.
Let's just roll it.
There we go.
Okay. Brian goes more for just kind of looking at what's on top of the desk and stuff. Doesn't seem to find anything of interest. Remy, on the other hand, you decide, well, he was talking about this stack of papers and bringing in people, and you decide to start looking through finding that drawer and finding that stack of papers. As you're looking through the stack of papers, you start looking through them and reading off the names. You find things like, Captain Gerald,
Mm-hmm.
Eldrin, Fizzlespark, Roldo, Old Man Phil, Charvald.
I don't like this. So pretty much every NPC we've ever met.
Getting pretty close to it. You kind of have this sinking feeling. You're just like,
So we're getting the idea from this paperwork that they are all currently in the dungeon.
from what Remy can tell, possibly.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I I think this kind of changes the nature of our visit a bit. I think I gotta reveal myself.
And these people are all under suspect of being the Shadow Menace?
Or at least having information about me.
Yeah, it's all saying stuff about possible connection to Shadow Menace. Interrogations by Grand Croix.
Yeah. this this misunderstanding's gotta stop. We gotta find a way out of this.
So what do we want to do then?
It's not our fault that they're stupid.
That's correct. Well, I mean, at this point, it's just waiting for a guard to come back, but and then like kind of seeing how the conversation with Grand Croix goes. Do we want to check in any of like the Joris's desk? Do we want to be like real creepy about it?
Yeah, I'll look in a drawer.
Okay. Looking through the other drawers, it doesn't seem like anything else with your previous investigation checks and stuff. Anything out of the ordinary, or anything that else that would look interesting. Basically, the paperwork where you just all these people that you've known have been locked up and stuff. Is probably the most interesting information that you can find. Roux, I'd say, as Remy's kind of like looking through some of the drawers and stuff like that, eventually you start hearing footsteps starting to come closer. Just one sec.
All right, I'm gonna move away from the door and be like, all right, hey, someone's.
I go back to my seat.
Oh, real quick. One of you guys can do prestidigitation, right?
Me.
Hey, could you prestige my mouth real quick from when I threw up?
Yeah, I do that. And I clean up the floor too.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so takes a little bit, but cleans up. As you get done cleaning, you hear the jingling of the keys and the clicking of the lock as the gate swings open. And the guard goes, "Well, I let him know that he has some guests who apparently have some sort of information. He said he will still be quite a while. He probably won't be leaving here until his investigation is uh, well, until he's gotten the information he's looking for."
Can you tell him we have information about the Shadow Menace?
Well, I thought that was the whole reason you were here, and considering we were talking and stuff, I did make mention of that. Um, he seems like I said, he wants to make sure that these loose ends, according to him, are taken care of first.
Okay. How about this? Maybe you can act as a go-between here. Do we want to arrange a meeting in a... And I don't mean to offend you, but could we arrange a meeting with him in a place more pleasant to be in? At a later time when he's free?
Well, I mean, I don't know when he'll be free or anything like that, but I mean, I could let him know, some stuff if that's what you're wanting.
Okay, Hesper, I hope
Hmm.
this isn't metagaming too much, but around what time of day did last session, or did Team A's session end?
Theirs ended around lunchtime
Oh god, okay.
Of the same day or the next
of the
day?
same day.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, like, this evening, but that kind of, I feel like that kind of throws things out of whack. Uh, hmm. Because I'm assuming we want, these two sessions to kind of take place in the same amount of time.
Yeah, basically, when you get to a certain point is probably where I'm going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that point yet, so.
So I'm under the assumption that, again, metagaming here, this conversation isn't going to take place during this session.
Oh, you mean the conversation with
Grand Croix.
Grand Croix? Yeah, it all just depends on
Okay.
what you guys end up doing.
Okay.
Well, either way, I doubt we want to talk to him here in the dungeons. Like, I bet we want someplace.
Yeah, it is a little bit too convenient for him. we want someplace in like neutral territory.
Yeah, someplace we can run away if we have to.
Yeah. Uh, I'll say time in really fast and talk to the guard and say Now, I know you don't know exactly, but do you think Grand Croix will be free, I don't know, like 9 tonight?
Well, like I said, I don't know when he will have free time. With this ongoing investigation and such, mm, not sure when, he's quite backed up with such, trying to put everything together. I mean, about the only time that I've known that he breaks from this is like when there's an emergency, like there was with Peacewood.
Do we make an emergency?
Sounds like we just got to kill somebody.
No.
We could do that.
There's another thing we can do.
Robbery?
No.
Larceny?
Well, we could eat a baby.
Ooh.
If you can find one and bring one to me. But no,
10
that's not it. That's not the kind of emergency I'm talking about. Oh my god.
We gotta kill somebody.
Do I do it, guys?
Say that you're the Shadow Menace?
Yeah.
We're all gonna get arrested.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, like, well, Bubba just yelled at me. We'll do that, and they'll be just like, "Oh, that's you." Well, while you're here,
Yeah, we're already locked up. We're actually already behind a locked door, at least one. All right. So yeah, I don't think I can do that.
what if we leave and tell the guards meet us later? You know, you said 9 o'clock or so. Tell them the place and time, and after we're gone, you just do a little teleporting in front of the guards out front, safely and quickly, just so they can see you and be like, oh.
See, okay, so I've been thinking of different things. Like, I can make a note in illusory script and hand it over because that is, magic, and so he would know it's from the Shadow Menace if he saw it. I could leave a fucking shuriken at this desk, or hand it to one of the guards and be like, give this to Grand Croix, tell him I was here. I can do things like that. But I feel like my issue with that is if I do those things, then I reveal myself, and then I also don't get the reward of getting to talk to him now, and then he gets to prepare for that confrontation. So I feel like doing any of those things puts us at a disadvantage. I'm really thinking like a villain, aren't I?
Yeah. Well, I think we might be one of the villains in this story.
Fuck.
Die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
All I did was loiter.
All he did was loiter. I'll teach you to loiter anymore in my games.
Okay, man.
Waiting for them to game or whatever. You're just like, fuck it, I'm not staying outside. I'm going inside with everybody else so I don't get in trouble.
So we just fucking leave?
I think so. I think that's our best course of action right now.
God. Like, my face is red. This is intense. Okay. I think we just leave.
I think we leave, but I think we need to make a plan to either out ourselves.
Because I think that's kind of our duty to, save these people that we've befriended.
I
whoa,
think
whoa,
we
whoa.
need to wait.
Out ourselves. As soon as he outs himself, I'm gonna be like, what's going on here?
We are
I have no
family.
idea.
We are family. I say as my voice starts clipping into the red part of my OBS bar.
Yeah. I'm guessing your whole discussion thing has been kind of in your
Oh yeah, this is table talk.
Feldnitzian language.
Oh yeah, I just kind of assume that this is like table talk out of character, but
I've let you guys have a lot of out of character tabletop and
I
talk.
know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to say that
Yeah,
if you
I
guys
forget.
are wanting this, yeah. Yeah.
Oui. I think my retainers and I will take our leave.
Both the guards are kind of like sitting there, like staring at you, like very funny as you guys are talking in this foreign language, and they're just like, right, all right. Like I said, anything you want me to pass on to Grand Croix, or
Just tell him I have information and I was here looking for him.
all right. And
He knows how to find me. He's been doing a great job so far.
okay.
And then I just kind of leave.
You go towards the door, and it's like, oh right, somebody has to unlock it.
Yeah.
One of the guard that's behind the desk gets up, walks over, and unlocks the door and lets you guys out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys climb to the top of the stairs. Eventually, the air getting fresher. You guys make your way up to the top. Met by the two guards who took you down there before. Oh, I hope you managed to get done with whatever you need to get done.
Nope. But, that's okay. These things happen. I hope you all have a nice day.
Okay.
I think we just peace out. I don't actually know what to do next. Do you guys have any ideas of what to do?
Yeah, we leave.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
did you
like,
mean
what do
after
we
that?
do after this?
Oh. I mean, what else are we trying to accomplish? We could try and gather more stuff for the cure if you want.
Well, okay, so, like, literally everyone we know is in the dungeons except for the people who we met in the black market.
Yeah.
That's what I gathered from what Hesper was saying.
Pretty close to it. I mean, there were a couple of names in there, like Master Silverbeard wasn't in there.
Mm-hmm.
And some other ones, but for the most part, a lot of people that you've previously have met in your journey who you've managed to get names from, even probably some that you probably don't even know their names and stuff like that. But I think for the most part, though, like a lot of the NPCs and stuff like that, you've asked for names and such.
I'm trying to think of what other thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else we can do.
I have
Before.
something I kind of have been thinking about. And that's I wonder what the process is like for getting for like sending a letter or a message to somebody in the black market without actually necessarily going there ourselves.
I think I can cast sending. If you wanted to message someone specifically.
Oh man. Okay, so I kind of wanted to update members of the Fang and Claw about kind of our little mission here.
Mm-hmm.
For that, I guess requires me remembering one of their names.
Yeah,
I know one of them is like Ink something.
We can. Why don't we just go down there and do that now?
So we run into the same kind of problem that Cados ran into, where we can't walk around as Ryan and Remy and Roux, and we probably don't want to attempt to leave the keep as our Tippleslow identity, so we'd have to come up with a third identity.
Okay.
So we're kind of stuck here for the time being.
This is tough because like we found like a huge revelation as far as I'm concerned, but I don't really know how to react to it. You know, like I don't know what we can do with that information, and it feels a little bit too big to be doing it in something that's basically like a side quest scenario.
Yeah.
So I think we just kind of put that off until later. But I don't know how to fill the rest of our D&D time for tonight.
Yeah.
Hesper, DM, do you have any ideas?
I mean, if you want to send the message, you can try to. You can see if you can remember a name.
Give me 1 second.
Or, you were given a message about Lady Peacewood. If you wanted to.
Yeah, that is something we can follow, huh?
Yeah, we'll see how she's doing.
Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty much whatever you guys want to do.
So we're gonna go see Peacewood.
That sounds good.
Okay.
So you're giving up on the sending message thing?
At least for now. Because God, my notes with people's names include so many people from the underground, but it doesn't fucking include any of the members of the Fang and Claw.
Fang
How
and
did?
Claw.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I mean,
All right.
there's four. There's four of them, and they're all cat people.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Let's go back to the Peacewood Manor. Is everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you get ready to, I guess inform the guards that you'll be taking your leave. You make your way back out to the front of the keep and through the gates. As you're getting ready to leave, apparently there's been a guard inside the keep looking for you guys, not knowing where you guys were.
He didn't come from downstairs just now, did he?
No, you don't know. You don't. This guard doesn't look familiar, and it's not
Okay.
one of the two down in the dungeon. So.
Okay.
He's like, because you guys have probably been down. It's probably like 1 o'clock at this point with everything that's been going on and stuff. Eventually he, catches up. He's trying to catch his breath. It's like, I've been looking for you for all over the keep for an hour now.
I feel like we left a pretty good trail. I mean, we had guards escorting us around.
Well, anyways, sorry to interrupt you, Lord Mutual, but I have a message from the Zalzroom. Apparently a merchant lord From what's that place called again? Oh God, why can't I remember what he said? Is he's like breathing hard, heavy, trying to remember?
Hesper,
All right.
do you not know? Okay, because
No,
I
I
know.
know. I
I know what
know.
you're about to say. Okay.
Yeah. He's like, oh right, Thasmaria. That's right. He's a noble merchant from Thasmaria. Anyways, he said that. Well, actually, he didn't do too much of the talking, so much as she did. But anywho, they're supposed to meet you over at the Frost Maiden.
Did they give a time?
No, they just said they'd meet you over at the Frost Maiden. Apparently, there's some sort of uh merchant business that they would like to meet with you about.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Here, have 1 gold coin as a tip.
He just kind of looks at the gold coin, looks at you, and just looks at the gold coin. He's like, uh, thanks.
You've worked very hard for it.
And he seems to take his leave of you.
Okay. I think we continue exiting the keep.
Okay. Hopping back in your carriage. Where are you guys wanting to go?
So player knowledge. I know that if we follow that, what the guard was just saying, that's probably the end of our session.
Probably.
That's fair to say. Yeah. So if we follow up on that, that's the end of our session. That's progress. Do we want to go over to Peacewood so we have something to show Group A?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and switch your maps from that.
That guy sounded like it was pretty urgent and important. So, what do you say?
Let's
Completely
do
ignore
that later. Yeah,
Sure,
let's
sure,
do that later.
Yeah, they can
That
wait.
sounds pretty. All right. So you then begin to proceed back over to the Peacewood Manor.
Mhm.
Takes you probably, I would say, by carriage, probably like 20 minutes or something like that at a good pace. Unless you're going like real slow, in which case I'd say probably like 30 minutes or something.
No.
Okay. So as you make it outside the Peacewood Manor in your carriage, what would you guys like to do?
Open the gate that's unlocked.
Okay.
I'm on to you,
You
Hesper.
you proceed outside of the carriage and open up the gate, heading on inside. Uh, once again, up at the front doors.
Rap tap a tap. Hopefully, to meet Grell.
Yeah, it takes a while, but again, once the thin vestige of Grell comes to the door and answers, and yes, how can I help you today?
Hello. So earlier we got a message from one of the couriers saying that there's an update on Lady Peacewood's condition.
Yes, she's still currently unconscious, but she seems to be forming words in her unconscious state.
Is the Lord in?
Yes. Currently in the bedchambers. He has not left her side unless he needed to take care of uh some personal business.
I assume he's accepting visitors now.
I can go see and check.
Okay.
And he closes the door. Takes a good while, and eventually he comes back and he goes, "The Lord will see you now. Please follow me."
We do that.
Okay. Once again, making your way up. As you make your way upstairs and towards her, towards the bed chambers. Once again, the very familiar but unnamed visage of the portly lady who seems to be like a housekeeper or maid or something like that. Uh, Leaving, going down the hall, the direction opposite from where you guys are coming from. Once again, seems to be carrying some kind of like basin or whatever. Possibly uh, you know, tending to or possibly cleaning, you know, Lady Peacewood. Not quite sure exactly, but just a couple of educated guesses. As you guys once again make your way to the doors of the bedchamber of Lord and Lady Peacewood, uh, Grell
Hello
once
there,
again note.
friend. I hear the lady is a bit more talkative now.
Okay, I was gonna say, Grell opens the door and escorting you guys in and closing the door behind as you start talking to Lord Peacewood.
Hmm.
As you do, you kind of hear like mumbling from her and stuff like that. And he goes, yes, I mean, I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular, but it's something more than what we were dealing with yesterday.
Um. So what's the topic of conversation?
That I don't know. And just from what you can hear and stuff like that, it's very hard to make out words and stuff.
Um, sir, do you mind if I come a little closer, approach her?
I mean, not that not any issues so far that I know of.
Okay. Um, I go to put my hand on her forehead,
Okay.
and I would like to attempt the awakened mind thing again.
Okay. All right. So, what does your awakened mind do again?
Oh, yeah. Do 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 do. You kind of ad libbed this before, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are you saying then?
Um, tell me more about what happened to you.
Okay. So, saying that telepathically and stuff, you just kind of get like very like vague, kind of like, who are you? No. Devils, why? Just very vague, few word answers here and there.
My name is Albrecht, and I'm here to help you. Again, assuming I'm not like backing away, like you know.
No, it's
I'm assuming since I'm expecting this, I have like more control over it.
you have a feeling that that first one, because of the situation that you were in,
Hmm.
was a very weird, awkward, just a very weird, like still connected between certain things of just transitioning from life to death and all that fun stuff,
Okay.
or from death to life. This is very much just mental communications.
Okay. I
It's
tell her my name is
very,
Albrecht, and I'm here to help her.
just kind of like very, again, vague answers and stuff like that. Like help, how, no, just very like short, like one word kind of answers for the most part. And sometimes you're even thinking that some of these words aren't even directed at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's see, how can I help? Who is there with you?
Again, just very vague words. Probably the two that would be most relevant to what you say is just like demons, devils. Probably like the two most relevant that you're assuming would be answering your question.
Where are you?
Mm, Basically seems like the best vague answer that you can get about this is just darkness.
I can try casting Greater Restoration on her again if you want.
Do you have the material components?
No.
Yeah, you'll have to see if you can
It seems a little
convince.
redundant.
I know, but I just don't know if something's wrong with her besides being like raised from the dead.
No, I think this is more of like almost like a mental breakdown or something. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Would
Greater
Greater
Restoration
Restoration help
does a
her?
lot of shit. It just only
Yeah.
one thing at a time, if I remember
oh,
right.
really? Okay.
hmm
I thought it
I mean,
was more of like a you're cured from everything.
no, it doesn't
Hmm.
target everything. I think it just. I mean, if you bring it up, Lonnie, and just as a blurb, I'm pretty sure it says it just only does one thing at a time or whatever.
Um.
And I mean, the DM can flavor it however they want. If there is something that they believe that it would affect, it could be something that could. Positive energy. You can reduce the target's exhaustion by one, or end one of the following effects on the target.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get fucking weird with it. I will say out loud to the Lord.
hmm
Um, she's still trapped in her own head with the demons and devils. Um, and then I will throw to Emma. I'll be like, Emma, do you have anything you can do about this?
I have several things I could try, but right now I do not have the components to do it. Unless the Lord was willing to supplement my stores.
Well, what are you thinking of, and what could you possibly need?
I was going to see if I could cast Greater Restoration on her to help with her declining mental state, but I would need 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust. And you could be reimbursed for that, of course.
All right. I would say because you're talking about reimbursing him for it, I'm not going to make you roll. Otherwise, I probably would have made you roll a persuasion check of. Um, y- yes. I mean, we can try it, and after we do so, we can discuss, compensation if need be.
Of course.
Um,
We're like a lawyer who only like accepts payment if they like resolve the
if
case.
successful,
Yeah,
yeah.
if successful.
Okay, so you see him reach over to the side counter, and he rings a little bell, and you know, after he gets done ringing the bell, you're just like waiting to hear the door open behind you and such, and it's weird. Like all of a sudden, right behind you, you hear the voice of Grell, like, "Yes, my lord." And you're just like, "Holy shit! What the fuck?" It's just like it was just like quiet as a wraith or whatever. Just managed to open the door and come into the room. But anyways, then um, Lord Peacewood turns towards Grell and is like, "Yes, so Lord Mutual's one of his retainers says that she might be able to help. Um, I mean, I'm willing to try anything, but she says she needs 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust. Do we happen to have any on us? Unfortunately, I know that the jewelers and such would be closed, unfortunately, which would be the easier place if we didn't have any. But I was just seeing if we had any in our own personal treasury. And he goes, you give me a moment, sir. I can go and check. All right, guys. Better hope that I roll good. See if they have enough. Okay. Um, so it takes a while, but eventually, you notice that Grell comes back, holding a sack, and goes, My lord, we happen to have enough for, uh, basically close to equivalent of 200 gold's worth of diamond dusts. If need be, I only brought the one as per requested.
Perfect.
As he, hands you the sack, Lani.
All right. I'll go ahead and cast Greater Restoration on her.
Okay. So as you go forth and open up the sack, releasing your prayers and grabbing the diamond dust as you uh, throw it towards her, the diamond dust seems to, for a brief second, just holds in midair before flittering down towards her body and landing in seeming to melt away, much like snow landing on warm ground, as it just melts away into her. A little while later, you notice that you see her eyes seem to uh, be active with activity. And as after a while, her eyes eventually seem to open. Um, as they do so, she seems to look around the room, um, and seems to be very paranoid and scared just by taking it. Her, if she kind of hefts the blanket, the blankets that were covering her up, kind of mostly covering her face, only kind of like leaving her eyes visage over this, visible over the edge of the blankets.
Do you know where you are?
And she kind of shakes her head a little bit, like as a no towards you.
You're in your home with your husband. I'm gonna
She
motion to
kind of
him.
she kind of looks around. She looks very confused.
Oh
Do
no.
you remember anything that has happened in the past couple of days?
She shakes her head no again at you.
Okay. Do you know your name?
She shakes her head no at you again.
How many debuffs can one woman have? Okay.
You're imagining that this was a pretty harsh, you know, mental trauma that she's probably been through.
Yeah, okay, let's get the reaction of the of hubby.
Yeah, what's he doing?
He's trying to comfort her and such. Like he'll like try to like hold onto her hand and comfort her, and she pulls her hand away from him and just
Yeah.
looks very scared. Um, she very scared, probably weak from this ordeal and stuff. just very, very kind of out of it. Um, she doesn't look, just you can. It's easy to tell. She doesn't look very trusting of you guys. She doesn't seem to be forming any words or anything like that.
Okay. How would you like us to proceed? I think her mind is still a little bit damaged. And I can attempt to cast the spell again, but I'm not sure if it would help.
I mean, I don't know. Again, never been in this kind of situation before. I was hoping this would help, but at least currently she's conscious.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel better. But obviously, not being absolutely terrified of everything would be nice too.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that we let her rest for the next day or so. And if her memory doesn't come back or improve, then we can revisit the situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
have him update us again.
Yeah.
Okay. So not doing the spell again?
Yeah. I basically what I said, I'm telling him.
Yeah, at
Okay.
least not right now, Hesper.
Okay. I just thought I would make sure and stuff. So yeah, again, like I said, he nods and he says, "Well, once again, if something comes of this, I will let you know." Again, one of my messengers from the Hollowed Stream company will, um, the Hollowed Steam company will let you know.
I thought it was
And
stream.
it's Steam, sorry.
What?
I thought it was Hollow
STEAM.
Stream because, like Peacewood, like I thought they were keeping with that whole like
Hesper, you keep
foresty
doing
hippie
this.
vibes.
Hesper, you keep doing this. Okay.
Oh, well, we'll just do stream then. That's just
Stream is
changing two letters. Or is it just
What?
adding an R?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all the difference between stream and Steam is just adding an R.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah,
you
we'll
keep
just.
doing this.
All right, sorry.
Is it Feldnitz or Feldnats?
Am I just going crazy or what? Maybe your insanity meter is filling up, Aster.
Hesper, I have the footage.
I know.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, the Hollowed Stream company. We'll just go with that and
Mm-hmm.
be done with it. Anyways, so yeah, as he you know informs you about that, he motions that if he lets you guys know if other than that he'll let you know if there is no other business. Grell will see you out. So that's up to you if you guys have any other business or not.
I think that was it.
I kind of
Okay.
want to remark about this, but I don't know how to do so without feeling like I'm suspicious of him. But he's really stoic and relaxed about this whole thing. I have to imagine if I was in his shoes, I'd be kind of I'd be
Crazy.
feeling emotions.
Um, Go ahead and roll me an insight check then.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second here. Yeah, this whisper coming to you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm typing up the information.
You know, I probably just got our video demonetized on YouTube.
Oh, depends if the robots can figure anything out. I don't know what that was.
Oh, it's Keyboard Cat.
Oh,
It's the
why
one
would
song I
she?
know on. Huh? It's the one song I know how to play on piano. I did it as a party gag in college one year.
Oh,
I dressed up as Keyboard Cat with like cat ears and played the piano. It was the whole thing.
there you go, Aster.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought about it. Okay. He's putting on a mask to basically, keep up appearances.
A brave face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you saying this in your language or whatever, or are you
I'm
just
not
saying this?
saying it right in front of him. I figure we're probably getting escorted out at this point.
Okay, so you're whispering between one another. Are you just waiting until you're
We're waiting till
outside?
we're out of the yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that right next to him. That would be really fucked up and weird.
Rude.
Hesper, I have a +3 charisma modifier.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean
-1
that.
intelligence. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So as you guys are escorted back outside the Peacewood Manor, standing outside next to your carriage, I guess you relay that information.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just gonna go back to what's it called? The inn, Snow Tier?
I feel like those are all of our loose ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else we can really do right now.
Okay.
It's just weird to cut it off after like not even 2 hours. I don't think. But the other one was short too. It was like 2.5.
Yeah, something like that. Well, we know we know who's the brains of the party when they're not distracted.
Is that supposed to be me?
No,
Oh, feels bad.
Cados and Bubba.
Yeah, Cat. I just want to say, okay. So we did learn some interesting stuff, but Cados and Bubba got shit done Wednesday. Since we're ending it, Hesper, do you feel like giving like a little bit of a synopsis of like what happened?
Well, then, how are you guys supposed to role play between each other when you guys meet
Yeah,
back up?
yeah, but well, yeah. Also, the video will be up on YouTube in an hour, but yeah, they got shit done. That was
Anywho,
definitely felt like the main plot. We did get a pretty good revelation of like every NPC in town is in the dungeon. That's a pretty big one.
okay. So you guys are gonna. I'm assuming that. Roux and Ryan or Remy, sorry, are both outside the carriage?
Yeah.
Okay. What's you guys' passive perception as you guys? I guess you guys are going back to the Frost Maiden.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
How do I see that?
It says
Your
passive wisdom on the character sheet. It's on the left side below your
yeah.
skills, I think,
15
right?
for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 15 for me too.
Okay.
And I'm 17, but I'm in the carriage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you are doing. Yeah. We don't count yours.
I'm keeping up appearances.
Okay. So. See here. Yeah. Okay. So, as you guys are riding through through town, um, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with that. It takes a little while, but um, as you're nearing closer and closer to the Frost Maiden, um, something seems a little off, and it seems to just kind of be out of nowhere. As
A dead body
you
falls on top of us.
No, not that. Let's see here. Just checking something real quick. Yeah. Uh, just barely out of the corner of you guys' eyes. Both of you riding on top of the carriage. You barely notice this, and it's very much last minute. You see a bright streak of uh uh come towards you guys as it begins to basically on the point of the carriage uh starts blossoming into a low roar, and you notice that it starts bursting into an explosion of flames. I need dexterity saving throws. Ryan, since you're in the thing, you're at
Oh,
disadvantage.
okay.
Oh no!
I'll roll it. I'll roll again. Oh.
You, Remy, because of your barbarian thing, don't you have the if you can see it, uh you get
Yeah, I do.
yeah, you get yours at advantage.
I kicked the hornet's nest.
Okay.
Some kind of
Yeah.
spellcaster coming after us. I wonder who that is.
Uh okay. Um yeah, I'm just checking things real quick. Uh yeah, okay, so those are all failures. So
I'm about to die. Just a heads up.
Lani getting one shot tonight.
I'm squishy cleric.
I'd love to begin next session with a party member knocked out. That would really change the tone of next session when we're
Can anyone
comparing
heal besides
details.
me? Like if I get knocked unconscious, can anyone heal me?
I just kill really good.
Okay.
I got a full bar.
Okay. Let's see here.
I think Cados heals a little bit. Doesn't she have?
Okay. All of you guys end up taking as this explosion of fire goes off.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of you ends up taking 32 points of damage. Oops, who do we
Bubba.
lose?
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Each one of you takes 32 points of damage. As the explosion goes off, Remy and Roux, you're thrown from the carriage. Remy, you're gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Roux, I guess you fall on top of Remy and you only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from that.
Nice. I'll take it.
Ryan, you are currently in a burning carriage.
Yeah.
Okay,
so the jig is up. Can I see outside in any meaningful way?
Well, first of all, roll me a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Oh, okay. Normal?
Yeah, normal.
Feeling good?
Okay, yeah. As you're jostled around inside because of this explosion and stuff, you hit your head a few times, but you manage to remain conscious.
Yeah, okay.
As you look around you, like I said, the carriage is just on fire. Currently on your mind, your first thing is, I probably need to escape this thing.
Yeah, my first instinct is teleport out. Is there like a way to do that?
Currently, like the windows and stuff are covered in flames.
Yeah.
So you can't see.
Prestidigitation lets me put out like small fires, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it won't let you help you put out a whole burning carriage.
Like I just need to see like a small window into street view.
Or you could just jump through the window. Like a normal person.
I jump through the window as someone who's not a ninja.
I'm trying to help you not continue the burn alive inside this thing as you're trying to put out the fire, basically.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to do, Aster, because you'd have to sit there and try to put out the fire and stuff, and you'd be burning the whole time.
Okay, so I want to jump out the window, but I also want to do a flip as I do it, so I roll acrobatics for it.
Yep, roll me an acrobatics. Okay, you jump out you jump out the window, putting out one hand as you leap into the street, some snow skidding as you kind of flip back over onto your feet and land into a 3-point position, skidding backwards a bit. You're going to take 3 points of fire damage going through the flames.
Okay, I'm at a nice clean 40 life. Does the snow do anything to help me put the rest of my fire out on my person?
I would say with the acrobatics check that you did, you managed.
I can just finish with like a roll and do that stop, drop, and roll thing.
Well, I was going to say with your acrobatics check, jumping through the window and such, you managed to not have your clothes catch on fire. You just kind of get burned as you're diving through, like head and hand first, just a little bit. But yeah, your clothes are a little like sooty and singed, but other than that, not too terribly much due to your quicker reactions of actually jumping out of the carriage.
I just remembered something.
Mm-hmm.
Roldo has my ninja gear.
Was Roldo in the dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should break into his house and maybe,
Hold on, he's being detained in the dungeon. Do you really think that the ninja gear is still in his house?
True. Alright, I didn't think about that.
That's why I was like, oh man, we gotta do this now. This is popping off.
I did not think about that.
Okay. Oh man. Alright, so our carriage got blown up by some kind of magical attack.
Yep.
I already know who it is, but do we see who it is?
Looking around, let's see here. Give me a quick second here. I want to check some things. Let's see here. Just at a cursory glance, you don't see anyone.
Well, I mean, I'm going to stand up and get into a defensive position.
All right, you're standing there in a defensive position.
I think I will just be like, Grand Croix, is that you? We could just talk, you know.
There's no answer.
How badly damaged is our wagon? Is it just like burning to smolders right now?
Yeah, it's burning right now. It's yeah, it's just slowly at this point. I mean, the fire blast did a lot of damage to it, but at this point, it's just burning. You're just Remy sitting there in a defensive position. Ryan's trying to get the attention of Grand Croix, who he thinks is around. What are you doing?
I'm gonna heal myself.
You're gonna heal yourself, okay? And you're taking care of your wounds. However you plan on doing that. As you're doing this, you just kind of okay. So spell slot. Okay, so you recover 18 points of health. So as you're sitting there and you're listening, you guys are doing this. You hear kind of like that as like the axle kind of like the axles just start giving out underneath the carriage as it just and you watch as the carriage kind of shifts a little bit and it yeah, it's just kind of shifting and collapsing in on itself.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it takes too terribly long, but eventually you do notice guards eventually showing up.
Are they arresting us on site?
They don't seem to be going after you guys. Actually, much to your surprise, it's more of the opposite. It's more along the lines of checking and making sure you're okay.
Oh. Thank you. Our wagon just exploded.
I mean, one of them's like, yeah, that's very weird. Do you have any idea who possibly could have done this?
I don't know. Last time I checked, I didn't have any enemies.
It might have been something we fed the horse.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you say that, and the horses that were pulling your carriage are both laying in the street, blown like 10, 15 feet away from the carriage, both laying in the street, dead, sin.
Uh-oh.
The guard kind of looks at you and is just like, okay, that's a weird one.
Don't mind him. He, his head got knocked.
I mean, it does look kind of bad.
So,
Yeah, everything kind of hurts.
considering someone just threw I don't know, I didn't see it. A fireball? Question mark at us? Should we maybe get out of the street?
I mean, you guys were standing in the streets when they got here, so. Well, if they're still around, that would probably be a good idea to not be visible. Granted, do you guys know where this came from?
Did any of us see the direction it came from?
Just very vaguely. It was kind of like almost right on top of you guys before you noticed it.
What side of the... Okay, so we don't really know that, but we can look at the smoldering wreckage of our carriage and hopefully determine, I don't know, which side looks more damaged. Maybe? So I know everything is burning, but is there, any signs of, an impact?
Yeah, the closest thing to impact would have been directly right behind Remy and Roux.
Right behind us?
Mm-hmm. That's why you guys were also thrown forwards off the carriage.
Like someone from behind us tried to hit us.
That's your best guess.
Okay.
Without actually going and investigating or anything like that.
Can I go and investigate?
Yeah, if you want to roll me a perception check, because you're not really checking one specific area, you're more of a general area.
Oh, all right, that's cool.
There's just so many back streets. None of them look, and not to mention you're not used to this. I mean, if somebody wants to help you, they can roll too, but it just kind of looks.
Yeah, I kind of was the one who said the thing, so I'll say I'm helping.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, Roux, like I said, for you, it seems like a lot of it is very hard to determine.
You're going through a lot right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan, looking around, a few streets might make sense compared to others, but you're not entirely sure where the pinpoint.
Where?
If you want to spend more time investigating, you can.
We do have a sizable guard presence here. We can be like, we think they went maybe that way or that way.
Yeah, you
and
guys.
Then they can
there's
go.
Probably like 5 other guards.
Okay. Let's see if we can get the guards' assistance with this and kind of point them in a direction where we think it might be. Since we got hit from behind, we basically just.
Okay.
I feel like we as characters know the directionality of the situation better than us as players do.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. So as you
we tell them that away, maybe.
Yeah, you give them some ideas of where to check, and I'm gonna say one of the guards stays with you guys. This guard looks a little bit different than the other guards. The other ones look to be more regular guards.
Hope he's got fireproof armor.
This one is more
thick.
No. He has like pouches and such, kind of strapped to him. He's not as heavily armored, and he doesn't seem to be carrying anything more than like a couple of daggers for weapons.
Is he a ranger?
Is he facing away from us?
No, he's currently checking you guys over currently.
Okay, if you're the DM tells me the party's rogue, that somebody is carrying a bunch of pouches, I gotta know what's in them, man.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that if he's looking at us.
Well, I mean, he's
Is-
currently checking each one of you individually. If you want to, you can feel
God,
free
no.
to.
I'm a Shadow Menace. I'm not a Shadow Monster, Hesper.
Isn't that what a menace is?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to check him out, Aster.
Hey, while he's checking me out, you should just like sneak your hand into those pockets, see what he's got. So when he's like looking over, or when this guard's looking me over, and be like, "Hey, can you look at this spot? It looks, I just got hit by a fireball, so I just, I don't want any limbs falling off."
All right, everyone's on board. Let me see if I can like stack any like multipliers to give me advantage on this. Cuz okay, so like I have stuff. I have quick fingered. Nimble fingers and agility. Just I don't know if this
Yeah, the feat that's no longer a feat anymore, but I'm not taking him off and stuff like that
reasonable.
because yeah.
I guess I don't have like anything other than that because that just kind of gives me like double proficiency. That's the reason I have the plus 13 sleight of hand.
Yeah.
So
Oh, he's a rogue though, so he's gonna have really good sleight of hand too.
You don't know he's a rogue.
He has daggers.
So?
All right, Hesper, here we go. I attempt to peek in a pouch that draws my eye.
Okay. 25. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. So he's seems to be looking over like at
I'm
the
a
moment
fucking klepto.
Roux and Remy. You managed to sneak into like one of his pouches towards the back as you fiddle around, you grab something that you think might be something worthwhile, and you pull it out, and you notice it's a wrap of band-aids basically.
Oh, he's a medic.
Oh.
Put that back.
Yeah, I don't take it. I just feel it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you feel that, and you feel like some like bottles in there and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm like feeling around, and like I see the light catch like band-aids or like a Red Cross symbol or something. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I get what this guy's about.
Looking you two over, and eventually making his way over to you, Ryan. He notices on you guys what's going on as he.
You can't just leave a lingering pause after he notices, Ryan.
I'm sorry. Well, anyways, he's looking you guys over and notices that the injuries that you guys have, taking a little while to think about it and stuff. He seems to pull out some ointment or like some like medical cream or something.
Mm-hmm.
And starts applying it to the burn spots as they start feeling cool to the touch.
To the tune of 35 hit points, maybe?
No, he manages to heal you guys for 10.
Cool.
Oh,
Thanks.
what a good boy.
I feel bad for telling you to steal from him now. Just wanted to help.
Well,
We're monsters.
I didn't steal from him. I was just, checking it. It's not illegal to just like check what's in somebody's pockets, is it?
Well, I mean, if you look at Skyrim and stuff, no. It's only illegal if you click the confirm button and click the thing that has the red hand next to it. But anyways, eventually after a little while, you guys do hear as he's applying the ointment and the burn cream, whatever it is, onto you guys. You do hear one of the guards, pipe up and calling attention. Basically, I found something over here.
All right. we
And
I assume we stop what we're doing and go look. Rubberneck that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So as you guys go over that way and look with the guards, you notice what seems to be a couple of footsteps leading towards the edge of one of the alleys leading to the street that you guys were on. Then seem to turn around and then just as mysteriously as they appeared, disappear.
How fucking wild would it be if we got attacked by somebody who's pretending to be the Shadow Menace?
That would be a little ironic.
The big twist is you weren't even the Shadow Menace.
The whole time, yeah.
Somebody just vaguely looks like you.
Oh my god.
Well, look around 60 feet. What is it, 60 feet from where the footprints disappear? See if we can find them again.
Okay, so you go and you check in directions for additional footprints, which would make sense. None reappear.
Do the last footprints we see look, I don't know, characteristic of somebody jumping?
No. I mean, it's very easy to tell. It's just walking.
Do they look armored like he was a guard?
Let's see here. Give me a second here. No, it's not heavy armor.
What are the, like, I don't know, immediate surroundings of the footprints again? Like, did they stop at a wall? Or
They just kind of stopped, part way. It starts a little part way down the alley, goes to the corner. Seems like that they were preparing for something, and then turns around, and then quickly at that point, getting away from the corner, and then they just stop for. And then you notice that they're standing next to each other at the very end, and then they're gone. So it was like they. It looked like somebody was walking when they appear, stop at the corner, turns around really quickly, stops again,
okay,
and then disappears.
Fine, Detective Aster on the case. I would like to pull out one of my pieces of parchment that I guess I carry around with me with forgery kit and stuff. I would like to maybe make a sketch of the footprint and include details like shoe size, location, etc.
Okay.
Do I roll anything for that?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
9. Okay. So you're able to kind of get the general gist about the size of the footprint and the drawing down. Nothing else out of the ordinary about this scene seems to stick out to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else wants to help you with that or what.
Yeah, hey, does anybody want to investigate, or maybe could this be like a survival thing? Since we would be tracking somebody?
There's not really many tracks to track, so no,
Yeah.
It's not survival.
I'll help.
Okay. I need an investigation. 20. Okay. Give me a second here. Okay, so Roux, as you're looking around and such, you notice something a little odd about the scene as you're looking around, and you notice just a single cut mark on a nearby wall. It looks like like something was swung and managed to catch and carve into the wall.
Like a weapon?
Quite possibly.
Like there was a scuffle?
Not a scuffle per se. It definitely looks like that there was only one person here, but it looks like, like a single straight, clean cut.
So does somebody have like a, I don't know, a great sword or an axe of like cast fireball? Like, is that a thing in D&D? Like where you swing your sword and like fucking fire comes out like that?
Well, the way
Like a
that
fire projectile?
the way that the cut is done, it's facing away. It's facing where they disappeared to.
Oh.
Is this like covered in snow or anything, or is like what we see what we see?
What do you mean covered in snow? The cut mark?
Yeah, the cut.
No, and it looks fresh.
Okay.
I'm gonna point it out to the guards and be like, hey, what's this over here?
They don't know. They've never seen anything like it.
Okay, do you perhaps want to follow the direction?
They're trying to figure out which direction to follow. It doesn't really make any sense.
Okay.
Like I said, the footprints end here. There's a long, there's a out of place scratch on the wall.
How high up
It's
is
very.
it?
Where is this wall? Is it in
Let's
a
see.
house?
It's like next to a house. Yes. In height wise, oh, it's probably 7.5, 8 feet up.
Oh,
And
I look
and
above it. Is there another cut mark?
No, just the one.
How far up from the mark to the roof?
Let's see here. The roofs are
Or
probably
the upper part of the wall, I guess.
yeah. You're basically talking about like where like the
I
next
want
floor
to
would be
see.
and stuff.
I want to see if our assailant here cut into the wall to make a foothold and climbed.
Yeah. Hey, give me a leg up.
It's not big enough to fit a foot or grab a hold of or anything like that. Not to mention above this area is
7 or 8 feet high.
Is a bit of an overhang for like a balcony above.
So if we're talking about something that's 7 or 8 feet high, this isn't somebody like swinging an axe from the ground. This is somebody who's in midair, or this is some kind of trap that sprung, or
it depends on the, it could be a weapon.
Have we seen any 9 feet tall people?
No, like it would be taller than 9 feet. We're talking like, okay, if you went to swing a sword, you'd probably be about like 2 feet below like where the top of your head is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if anybody wants to, you can feel free to roll me a history check.
Like Goliaths don't even get that tall, right? Like we're talking like 10 feet.
Hey, Roux,
Lani's got it.
All my good rolls are coming out now.
Yeah. You sit here and you're like, what kind of weapon would be able to cause something like this? And something does eventually come to mind. You remember facing off against somebody who had a sharp weapon, and as when they use the weapon, they essentially created a portal.
It's the guy from
Oh, it's the guy with the fucking scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you remember his swings were quite wide.
And he hit me with fireball then too. I'm gonna kill him.
Alright, case is closed, I guess.
But who is he?
He is
like, I know who he is, but who is he? What
we don't
part
know.
in this does he play?
Yeah, we don't really know. He seems to be some kind of like leader figure of those guys in the robes in that shack.
I am drawing a blank. What guy are we talking about?
Okay,
That
remember
was
the
when
one fight that we've had this session?
Yeah.
we stopped at the house.
And a bunch of
Because it
guys
was
like
on
turned into
fire.
like demon gorillas or something, right? And I chased one of them away. But you got hit by a fireball from
yeah.
this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you went inside the house and you got fear casted on you and you ran away.
Yeah.
Or no,
Yeah.
you got command casted on you.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy, Feugy.
Yep, that guy.
Yeah. I was just like, remember the one fight we've had, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that guy. Okay. So I don't really know what to do with this information except be real mad about it.
Did any of us get a good look at him the first time we fought?
He was like clad in black and had a scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a hood, very hard to make out his face.
Okay.
Just very clad in like medium black armor.
Well, hey, Hesper, I gotta let the dog out real quick. She's been letting me know.
Okay.
So I will be right back.
Okay. Well, up to the other two of you if you need to take a break right now or if you want to continue on a little bit.
Let's take 5. I'm kind of
Okay.
feeling like Feugy's dog right now myself.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm taking us back now. Here we go. Okay, so for the stream and for Feugy, um, one sec. Okay, um, I just realized I put two and two together. That fucking clown is the Shadow Menace they're looking for, and I might just be like all caught up in this. Sure as shit sounds reasonable.
I mean, maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
We need to speak with the guards or whoever's heading this investigation on the Shadow Menace, either Grand
We
Croix
know
or
who
whatever.
that is. We've been trying to talk to him all session.
You're right, but we need to figure out, like, what the Shadow Menace look like that he's looking for. Because there's two different ones.
I don't think anybody knows.
Just the Shadow Menace, because he looks like a shadow. Alright.
Well, I mean, if you go by the wanted posters and stuff, it's Ryan.
Yeah. They've seen my face, kind of. They haven't seen the Shadow Menace's face, so I think we got, like, conflated into one being.
That's true.
Like, they don't really have any real way of knowing, if we're, like, multiple people or not. If we're not, like, there's no way of telling if, like, we're not the same person. You know, because they don't have a full identity of either of us.
I think you might be right. It makes sense.
Fuck.
Because we thought they were going after you just because you're teleporting around. So if they saw you teleporting around, it's like, wait a minute, that's him. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm so upset. But, like, in a good way.
Did we make this campaign 10 times harder than it needed to be?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
I'm not surprised at all, to be honest.
Oh, just said that was a pretty quick response from Hesper. So, yeah.
Oh my god.
This was supposed to be a one-shot. And one-shots are usually, like, 3 episodes max.
No, a one-shot's supposed to be one
episode max. Yeah.
This is supposed to be like a mini campaign. I view a mini campaign as like 8 sessions.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys have been having fun with it, I think, for the most part, so.
Jesus. Hesper, I'm so sorry. We're so... Look, your brain, all bumpy and ugly. Our brains, beautiful and smooth.
Anywho. So, yeah, as you guys are putting this together, hey, that might be that scythe-wielding guy that we saw earlier, possibly doing this. You notice that one of the guards seems to be writing up a rapport, or, you know, or a report, you know. You know, and seems to be asking you questions, you know, about what happened and stuff, you know, fireball exploded behind you and so on and so forth. It seems to be writing that up.
I know we just have to have some viewer on YouTube who's been like screaming at us since like what, like episode 12 or something, whenever we had that fight. Yeah. Just
I went back
that's it, that's the guy.
I went back and looked, and that was like episode 17.
That hurts. Hesper, I'm wounded.
Because I was curious about something. I'm like, if they would have done this instead of what they did, what episode would they have been able to find out some information? And it was episode 17. I was like, damn it.
So we're not that far off.
Well, I was thinking of something else, but I mean,
okay.
Yeah. So anywho.
Oh my god.
Anything you want to do with the guards while you're here?
Hey, is there any way we could buy a new wagon?
A carriage?
Carriage. I forgot the word for wagon for a second.
Yeah, okay. Table talk again. One of our carriages is impounded and the other one got blown up.
Maybe we just get some horses at this point.
So you're asking the guards about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they tell you currently at the moment with everything that's going on and stuff, and people supposed to be in mourning, there are no shops open that are selling carriages and horses. Sounds like you guys are gonna have to hoof it.
Was that a pun?
I get it. No, it wasn't meant to be a pun.
It was so great. Just say yes.
I don't know unless Lani wants to try rezzing dead horses. You guys can double up.
I don't have any diamonds.
We could ask the guards if they have any diamond.
I think it's cheaper to buy a new horse.
It's cheaper to buy a new horse than buying 500. Yeah, that is a good question. How much does a horse cost in D&D? D&D 5e horse cost. A draft horse costs 50 gold pieces. A riding horse 75.
Hey, Aster, go pickpocket some more medics. See if you can find any gold.
Dude, I still have I think multiple thousands of gold on me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think money is an issue.
Hesper, I hold some gold in the air and I just yell out in the middle of the street, I'm in the market for some horses.
You get no response and the guards are staring at you like you're crazy.
Worth a shot.
Are you sure we don't need to take, one of the medics, are you sure we don't need to take you in and get you examined? I mean,
It's
a
fine.
pretty nasty bump on your head.
Oh, me? I'm okay.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, she's my medic.
If you insist.
So anyway, we were going to meet someone at the inn, so I think maybe we're just gonna do that.
Okay, well, if we have any more questions, we'll go find you at the Frost Maiden then, I assume.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
Hopefully that one doesn't blow up too.
What time is it? It's early still, right?
It's almost 10 o'clock, so I mean, if we usually end about 10:30.
No, he means in game, right?
Oh yeah, in game with all this going on and stuff, probably 2.
Yeah, we've synced up,
in there.
right?
Okay, good.
I think it's reasonable to say we've synced up with the other party at this point.
Okay.
My God.
Right, I feel like we've accomplished at least some things, with coming to the realization.
I feel like we have a fighting chance against the other party for who accomplished what. Before, I feel like the conversation was definitely in their favor, but I think we have a good shot of having good information.
Okay. So as you continue to make your way to the Frost Maiden, eventually walking outside, walking up, you notice yeah, I guess it's Titan, the staple hand, is currently taking care of some business outside the front of the Frost Maiden. As you guys walk up, very kind of your clothes bit singed and carriagelessness.
Good thing Schnurby wasn't in there with us. I don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
Kind of problem though.
Huh?
It would have solved our Snurby problem, though.
It would have.
How much damage did you guys take again? I forget.
I took like 35, all said and done.
33.
Oh, 35? Okay.
Yeah, she would have been
Yeah.
like in the wagon with me, right? So I assume she would have taken a similar amount. Unless she has some kind of like fire immunity that I don't know about. I don't know.
No, she doesn't have
Kobolds.
fire immunity. She would be somewhere between unconscious and you'd have to cure her. Well, actually, unless it's NPC, yeah, sometimes it's NPCs when they hit 0, they just die.
No.
Just depends on how I want to rule that and stuff. But she'd be anywhere from unconscious unconscious to jumping out of the carriage to or unconscious to dead jumping out of the carriage are very, very close to being dead. Anywho, right, back to what I was saying. So as you guys make your way up, uh, you know, uh, Sedane just kind of like looks at you guys and he's just like, what happened to your, yeah.
I point to what I assume is a decent sized smokestack.
Yeah, it's still smoldering. You kind of see this plume of smoke just kind of over the horizon and stuff in the direction that you guys came from. Okay. Just kind of has a look on his face like, that's interesting.
Don't want to talk about it.
All right. He kind of just throws up his hands. He's like, all right, up to you guys if you want to incite the stable hand or anything like that, or if you just want to keep going with your day.
I don't want to talk to the stable hand. I've had a bad day.
I'm gonna incite him, and like you're just gonna whisper me and tell me he thinks this is pretty funny.
I mean, only one way to find out.
Okay, Hesper, I'll play your game.
Okay. Uh, 15. Okay. Your incoming whisper.
I can't believe this. He's probably going to be like, oh, well, we just left our carriage out there without saying anything, so we probably don't even deserve a carriage anyway. No respect for carriages, this lot. Can I just read this out loud?
Go for it.
He believes nobles play some weird and dangerous games.
You aren't the only nobles that he ever had to deal with.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so we go in the inn.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Heading on in and looking around, you notice, Rata, a few other patrons, and I would say probably 2 patrons that stand out to you guys.
Both familiar and not.
They're both dressed in strange garb, neither of which you guys have really ever seen before, or any of you guys have seen before. Very dark complexion, and both seem to be wearing like lots of like jewelry. Um, oops, a second here. Okay. Alright. So as you're doing this, um, while you're standing there, oh god. Um, Remy, roll me. No, that'd be a dick to do if Bubba wasn't here. I'm not gonna do that.
We meet up in the tavern. End of session.
Well, no, I was gonna say the dick move would have been to have Squeakers catch on fire and die from the fireball.
Oh yeah, that's fucked, dude.
Yeah, especially now that especially that he's not here. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna say, you feel in your pocket, by the way, Remy. Um, Squeaker seems to be trying to escape your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of feel in there and stuff, I guess trying to calm him down or whatever, you feel like he's a little singed from this, but at least
his
he's
tail's
alive.
on fire like a Charmander.
I mean, without taking him out and looking at him, you don't know exactly what he looks like.
So squat in the nuts, it ain't even funny. Don't you do it to poor Squeakers.
He's not dead, Bubba. Jeez, calm the fuck down.
Feugy got me out of my room saying you're trying to kill Squeakers.
Well,
I really like the idea of the end of his tail burning like a little matchstick.
I'll probably say it's blackened, okay?
Oh, you are a bastard.
He's alive, Bubba. Jeez, calm down.
Okay. Feugy came and got me, so I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided against it. I figured that'd be too much of a dick move to do, especially since you're not there. But yeah, I forgot he would have been caught up in the fireball too. Same thing with R, but R is not really a thing, I guess. They're probably both just singed.
I like to think of Remy as having like really thick like pillowed clothing, and like he's chubby also, so he's just very like well insulated and comfy to like inhabit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, and Lani would know this. Oh god. Oh yes, Sprinkles the Weasel in Critical Role.
Yeah.
All the shit that thing's been through.
That poor weasel literally has been to hell and back. Somehow still alive.
My first thought was of Steve the fish that Magnus had in the Adventure Zone.
Oh yeah, I guess there have
been
just other...
like they won it in a fair, and I guess it was like in this like small like glass globe that he like kept tied to his belt throughout like the whole campaign, and like they would forget about it, and then he would like have to post on Twitter. He's like, "Steven is fine, guys."
Been blasted with a fireball. If the pet is fine, though.
Yeah.
But anyways, as I was saying, right. So Squeakers currently seems to be excited about something and trying to get out of your pocket, Remy.
Okay, I let him out of my pocket, and I hold him.
Okay, so you're going to hold him in the inn room where you're... I mean...
We're in like the lobby, right? Like the tavern area? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it in the lobby. I'll take him up to my room before taking him out.
I have a terrible idea. You keep him in your pants pockets, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just in his clambering to escape your pocket. Maybe it just looks like you have a huge mouse boner. We're continuing that joke from before.
Yeah, so Bubba came back into my room right as you said that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't say
Bubba.
Of course he did.
Anyways, well, like I said, basically as soon as you guys came in there and you guys noticed the two figures that I was talking about is basically when Squeakers started going nuts and trying to escape your pocket.
Some would say literally.
I guess if you're going to keep them in your pocket, Remy, I need an animal handling from you.
Oh, Remy knows how to handle his animal.
17. Okay, so you managed to keep Squeakers in your pocket, but as you're doing so, he's like biting your hands. But thanks to your rough exterior barbarian hands, doesn't seem to break break the skin. As he types, "Be right back."
Mm-hmm.
Well, anywho, I think other than that, I don't think there's much else because this is kind of where the two stories start to
Collide, yeah.
reconvene back in together. So yeah, if Bubba only could have waited like a minute or two more
Yeah,
to
we're
wrap this up.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're done. Yeah, I was just like, Hesper, we go to the end because I was literally just like too salty to like continue pretending to play D&D.
I swear, Aster, I'm gonna like look at your Nick stream or whatever, and you're gonna be like have the cork board behind you with all the strings and the pictures and stuff like that all attached together, just trying to figure out whatever story I've woven together and whatever conspiracy theory you have.
Hesper, you did really good with this campaign.
Would you believe most of it has just been flying by the seat of my pants?
Oh, I know. I called that out in like one of the early episodes. I'm like, I can't tell if there's a whole lot of intrigue here if Hesper's laying down the tracks on the front of the train.
And most of it has been like hot glued like a few minutes beforehand. You push too hard on it, it probably would fall over.
Oh my god.
And some of it just gets like bubble gum together right at the last second.
I can't believe how this all came together like this.
Well, sometimes it's better for a DM to just be like, "Well, that's a good idea. I'm going to steal that from them."
Yeah.
So it's your fault for telling me some of your ideas. Be like, "Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to steal that one."
He was that mad about squeakers?
No,
Jesus Christ.
the door hinge, like throughout the years, just about every door hinge is broke. Like they were cheap hinges. So it actually broke the other day, but he was letting me know that he fixed it and showed it to me real quick before going to bed.
Damn, Bubba was that mad about it.
Yeah. Bubba's breaking door. Well, he's broken the door frame and almost knocked himself unconscious with that before too. He broke the light fixture in Feugy's house too, playing with the
I
dog.
do remember that one, yes.
Didn't he break the fan too?
I'm pretty sure Bubba's broken just about
Ceiling
everything
fan?
in that house at one point.
There.
The hole in the pantry, Bubba's fault.
Okay,
Like,
well,
I know Bubba's a bit of a drinker, and like, I know that I turn into a wrecking ball when I'm drunk.
I don't think Bubba has to be drunk to be a wrecking ball. He's just a wrecking ball.
just screwing around.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything while I was looking at the door hinge?
Nothing
Yeah, you
important.
got bit by a mouse, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, not much.
There's not
pretty
a
much
whole
at the
lot
end
of
of the
like role
session.
play. Yeah, we're at the end of the session. Like, there's not really any like role playing we can do because it's meeting up with the other party. It's not here.
Yeah, meeting up with people who are not here. One's gone to bed, and the other one's at a niece's birthday party or something like that. Anywho,
But yeah, I've been keeping the stream open because I'm still really just mad about it in all caps. But,
you mad, bro?
That's good, Hesper.
Anywho, well, I hope you guys at least had fun this session.
Yeah.
Except for Bubba raging at me, thinking I killed his mouse. Hey, at least I was nice. At least I was like, well, you know what? That'd be too much of a dick move to kill his mouse when he's not here.
He needs to hurry up and breed this so we can have a 15th ready to go.
Hurry up and what this? Oh,
Breed squeakers so we can have a 15th.
I thought you said breathe. I'm like, what's he have to breathe? I misheard breed. Breed is breathe. But anyways, yeah. I'm pretty sure he has a Squeakers the 15th already. He just doesn't have Squeakers the 15th on him. Maybe Squeakers the 15th is just a
Still in
infant
training.
mouse. Yeah, still in training. Or maybe it skips over Squeakers the 15th for Squeakers the 16th because, like, Squeakers the 15th is like Pinky. Or like Pinky in the Brain. Just really dumb.
Noth. Okay, I'm ending the video.
Yeah.